No, what happened? Okay. When you start setting up your stuff, we have 12 sheets. We're going to go ahead and set these 12 sheets. When I say set up means we're going to do XREF the background. We will be doing tile block. We'll edit the tile block and so forth. So do me a favor. This document that you're looking at, guys, is you already have it. That's the one that starts with this schedule, the residential schedule. That would be in your team folder. The first document in the team that I gave you guys, the first document. And if you go to can you guys see that? If you go to page, which page would that be? Page 2, you should be able to find it. Okay, were you guys able to find it? Good. Now, if you want it electronically, so you can copy and paste from it, which might be very handy. This document is in the instructor folder electronically. I'm going to minimize it. It's in the instructor folder. If you guys go back to the instructor folder and residential, and we are in the project. I know, guys, I'm jumping you through a couple of hoops, but this is set for the whole year. If you learn how I'm setting it out, you're gonna have you're gonna suffer a little bit at the beginning, but you're gonna go through fly through it. Here you go, work schedule, work and scope, and here's the document that you guys can open while I work. Can you guys see that? That document should get you the same information that we're just looking at right here. The second document that I'm opening, guys, is this document too, right underneath it. The drawing setup, that's what I'm going to be following. And it's located. These are the two documents I'm working through. Okay? Everybody's okay with these? Everybody knows where we are? You see, guys, everybody can see where my where I am right here. Structure folder. Okay. All right. So now two documents. One document that says information sheet 01 drawing setup. Can you guys see that? That's what I'm going to be following. And the second one is, of course, these are what we're going to be setting up. Cool? All right, how are we going to do that? Let's go to my team folder. I'm going to go back to my team folder. You guys are in team. Go back to your team folder, please. My team folder is 11. Go under residential project. Am I going too fast? Residential, design drawing. When you are here, give me a thumbs up in your team folder. Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Should be in your team folder under design drawing. Can you guys see that? Jay, you there? No, just stay. Yeah, stay where you are, right here in this folder. Okay, that's where we're going to do the work. Give me a thumbs up, John and Jay, when you guys are good. Jay. Get him into the, do you know that bind, Jay, right here, see that bind here? That will take you back one step higher. You're in the instructor folder probably. Yeah. Okay. All right, instructor folder. Don't go to the instructor, go to your team folder and go there. Okay, everybody's good. Cool. Okay, good. So here's what I would like you guys to do. All the files that we're going to be working in, they're going to be in the XREF. If you open the XREF, you're going to find all these folders that we're going to be working on. Everybody can see that. Go back one step, and when you open the ELEC, that's where the folders will be tied. The actual drawing are going to be located in the ELEC. So here's what I'm going to do first. I would like you guys to do the following. Let's go back one step. So can you guys see that? I'm going to go do this step. Save AutoCAD file to your team folder. We did this step. We already saved all these files to your team folder. I would like you to do this step, guys. Copy the folder that's named this upper level to design drawing folder. So let's go do this step together. So back in here, go to the XREF, please. Do you see the file that says upper level? That guy? Can you guys see that? When you guys set up, you can either start a brand new sheet, or you can take a folder that you have and just copy it, and that will be your starting point. Okay? So the way I like to do it is take one folder. You're going to see what I'm going to do. Right click on it. Do you see where it says copy? Everybody got that? Copy it. You copied that folder, that file. Go back. Here's how you go back, Jay. You go back one step. Okay? Get into the ELEC. You got into the ELEC. Should be an empty folder. Right click and paste it. So what you did is you created a copy, basically. Okay? You created a copy. That's your start point. All right, so I want to rename this copy, guys. Click one more time. Click on it, right click. It tells you rename. Can you guys see where it's rename? One more time. Click on it, right click, rename. Rename this copy. I'm going to call this copy E1 dash, what was E1 again? The sheet that says E1, it should be, what's my E1? What are my sheets? Okay, E1, okay, let's go title sheet. There you go. So I'm going to call it E1, go back. Here's my names. Here's my names. Can you guys see the names where the name is? These are your name of your sheets, the bolded ones. Everybody can see the name of the sheets. So my first name is going to be title sheet. Right click on it. Give me 1 second here. Copy it. I'm going to show you. 1 second. Go back. Okay. So delete all this and call this one. This is how it's going to look like. E1 is title sheet. Now, Jay, make sure you go click somewhere else. Otherwise, it would, when you're done, click somewhere else, and it will give you a new name, E1 title sheet. Cool? Now, this is your first sheet that you're going to be working on. Just a name. Right now, it's just a file. This is not how we do Revit. Or Revit, we do it differently. In CAD, you take any file, copy it, name it E1 title sheet. Now, let's get inside it and work. Okay? Why don't you guys do me a favor? Go double, after you name it, double click on it, will you? Let's see what we have. But do you guys know what I did? I just created, make sure you have, do you guys have your license shows up like this? What I did, I created a copy for me so I can work in it. That's what I'm doing. Anything, Tony, in the XREF folder, you don't want to work in it. You're going to copy it, attach to it. Give me a thumbs up when you're up and running.
Do you have the update location?
Yep. You should be able to open the file. It will tell you if you're not updated. Take a few seconds here. Oh, are you guys slow as I am? Okay. Let me know when you guys open, when your files are open. Brandon, good. Tony, you guys are good? John and Jay, still cooking? Okay. That's okay. Ignore. Okay. When you guys, you see, you get this message, just hit ignore for the time being. Can you guys see that box at the bottom that you get? Attach it to the bottom. That's your info. When you have a chance, when it's settled down, drag that guy and attach it to the bottom. Oops. Reminder, we got the reminder. There you go. I'm going to close this one. Okay. Can you guys give me a thumbs up when you can see this? Everybody's good? Good, good, good. So, good. Okay. The first thing I would like you guys to do is click on, see the building, zoom all the way out from left to bottom, box them in. Can you guys see that? Box it in. So select everything. Remember how we did selection from upper left to lower right selection? I don't want this. I want to use it as a template. What I tried to do, guys, from this file is use it as a template. That was my goal. I could have created a new template. I'm going to use this as a template. So do me a favor. Zoom all and select all this stuff and hit Mrs. Delete. Delete. That fancy building that you're going to see, you're going to delete it. When you're done, hit Z enter, E enter, Z enter, E enter. Make sure you have a blank piece of paper. Z enter, E enter. Okay? Everybody deleted that file. The reason why I deleted it, guys, because I don't want it. I only want, guys, I only want this as a file, as a template. Is it going slow? Manage. Slow, isn't it? Okay. So, what I would like you guys to do, everybody's there at this time. Here's what I'm going to do. Before we start, I'm going to load a few things in your machine. I'm going to load the symbols that you need to use. Loading the symbols. Before you load the symbols, you have to do a step, a very important step. So stay where you are. You guys know how to multitask. Just minimize this, minimize it, and go back to your team folder. This is a step a lot of people get lost. Are you in your team folder? Do you see the file that we just created? Okay, go back one step. Okay, you're in XREF. Click on XREF. Okay, everybody's good? Highlight these two folders. Pick the first and the second. Did you guys pick them up? Pick the first and the second. Right click on them. Cool. Copy them. And I would like you to put them on your C drive. Why on your C drive? Because if you are not here done with, you wouldn't be able to see the symbols. So these are all the symbols I want to be loading in. I would like them to sit on your C drive. Right now, they're not sitting on your C drive. Everybody copied them. Jay, right click. Right here. And right here. Select both of them. Right click. And copy. It should be in team folder under XREF. Guys, when we do the setup, keep the folders open. You're going to be multitasking a lot between multiple folders. So just minimize things. Okay? And hit the Control J. All right. Any work? Okay, you open it. Not a big deal. You just went too fast and you opened it. Not a big deal. As a matter of fact, let's close it. No, perfect. Create that over there. You slowly just make it here. Now, this one click and hold that. See that control? And another click. Okay? And right click and copy. Cool? All right, stay where you are. We're good. All right, now let's go put them on. I would like this to put them in your documents. So minimize this and go to your team folder somewhere. And I don't know where you're going to put them here. Put them under. Well, actually, when we here, you can do. I have so many folders open. Okay, so you can go to see my documents. Go to my documents. Well, actually, this is not a good place. Go to your desktop. Can you guys go to desktop? Click on desktop and create a folder for them. Right click, new folder, and just call it CAD Symbols. CAD Symbols. Okay. And J, click somewhere else before you exit. Okay. Now you created the CAD symbol. Double click on it. Now you're in the CAD symbol. And now right click. And guess what you're going to do? Paste it. Now you have just created a folder and you pasted these two sheets into it. Yeah. There you go. Okay. These are guys, when you guys, as you move forward, Jay and everybody else, I know you, the ability to manipulate windows and opening folders, you know, it will grow up. I know I've been using it for a lot, but for the rest of you guys, you should be able to manipulate a folder and open and closing a folder and all this good stuff. That's expected from you, being able to manipulate folders. You'll get it. Okay, so now we put them, right? Close. Well, now close that one and go back to your team folder. How you go to team folder, right? Click on that shortcut that you have for your team. Go back to your team folder, will ya? We're just going to do that one time. Go back to my team folder. Design drawing. And under electrical. Okay, stay there. Cool. Now remember, your CAD file is still open, right? My CAD file is still open. Here's my CAD file way at the bottom, right? You guys, can you open the CAD file? Still open? Okay. Your CAD file is still open. Is yours open? Okay, go double click on the E1 there. Open the E1. Double click on the E1 that you created. Okay, now you should be able to get into it. Okay, I'm going to bring the symbols. This is how you bring the symbols, guys, in CAD. Do me a favor. Go under Insert. Jay, are you there? Is yours loaded? Oh, yeah, that's not for me. Yep. Zoom all the way out. There you go. Then wheel in. Do the wheel. So, and I want to just box them. What is the process of that? Wednesday. Huh? And you and I like all this stuff. Straight driving, yeah. Stopping to doing stuff and making it there in like 4 days, like it's not happening.
And that's exactly what you want. And it's, and you're looking for, what we're looking for, content, or is that you use is slightly different than.
Yeah, the original.
Okay.
That's a really good one. Oompa song or lyrics come on.
You guys saw the Oompa Loompa when I was in Vegas?
Yeah.
God, he was the cutest little thing.
That was just really good.
You know the pool chairs? He was like laying down on it, but he could only lay on like the flat part, or like not the angle part. He was like laying with his head at the end, and he's reading a book with like his little feet crossed. You see that? I was laughing so hard. Oh my god. Yeah, that dude was so funny.
My uncle lives in Boston.
But it's like, it's nothing against them. It looks so It's nothing against them. He just looks so weird. He just looks like he's only the little flat portion of the little bundle joint. And he was laying on his belly, feet up and crossed. See, it's complication. In the pool area, just chilling out.
That's what Monday good jobs if you ask.
I don't know what was
Oh yeah, I felt that one time. I helped a kid shop in Target.
Is it?
She was shopping for something and she obviously couldn't reach it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been in that situation before. I asked for help, Not that tall. Okay, Mr. Big Gentleman.
Okay. Be careful, I'm recording here. So we have to delete now. Okay. Design Center. Can you guys see where it says Design Center? Should be somewhere it says Design Center. Okay. Cool. Design Center. Click on Design Center for me, will you? Design Center, gentlemen. Is it? Oh my God. It's okay. Everybody's Design Center is good. Okay. Gentlemen, can you guys go drill into where you remember you put it under desktop, and there should be a folder under desktop that says CAD, right? Do you guys see that? Under your CAD, I didn't do what you guys have done, so I forgot to do my own. Oh, here, CAD symbols. Oh, I did them. Okay, never mind.
It's at the very, very bottom. Just a folder by itself.
Froze?
Oh, yeah. Right after I click Design Center, it hasn't moved since.
Content, Design Center.
There it goes.
Desktop. When you guys click on the desktop, you should be able to see. Where's my desktop? Where's my I thought I had CAD. You should be able to see your CAD files.
See CAD symbols.
Where's my CAD symbols?
They fall into one of those folders.
Open drawing. No. CAD folder. Why can't I see my symbols? Let's see where we put them. Did I put them in here? Oh yeah, here you go. CAD symbols, right? Okay, Design Center, open. Local desk. Expand that one. Okay. Where is yours there? Should be, mine should be there too. Sorry guys, I can't find my okay, so you guys have found it, right? Find yours? Okay. I hate that when it doesn't there's one step. Come on, don't open the network for me. Give me 1 second while you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go refresh. View, okay. Close that one. Come on. Minimize. Refresh maybe. Refresh. Go back again. Come on, show me my stuff. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna for you guys continue doing what you're doing. I'm gonna drag these two and put them outside. So don't do what that step for my and then right click. Okay, now refresh view refresh. Okay, now I can see them. You guys can see them, right? Do me a favor, click on the symbols, the electrical symbols, right? And go underneath it, there's a blocks. Click on the blocks under the electrical symbols. One more time. Did you guys got them? If you click on the symbols, you see all the symbols, right? Right click on them, will ya? And see create tool palette. That's, can you guys see right click on the blocks and create tool palette? Everybody can see that? No. Now, if you see it, why don't you guys go create, and it will take a few seconds to create a tool palette for you. It will take a few seconds to create a tool palette for you. I'll do it with you, John. So it's creating, let it sit there, guys. It will create a tool palette for you. It will grab all these blocks and put them as a tool palette for you. It takes a few seconds. The other one, they only have one symbol. When you're done, can you guys see all the tool palettes that you have right now? We'll talk. Did yours, it takes a few seconds. Did it load it? Yep. And you can see them now. After it loads, you can see all the symbols that you have. If yours loaded, go to the second one, guys, and load it again. The second one, the second file, and load it. Do the same thing, block, you will have a fan, and load it. Click on, no, it should be underneath it. It's just go down a little bit. There you go. There you go. Click on the second one. Can you guys see it? Double click on it. You see the blocks. It's only one fan. Right click on it and create a tool palette for that fan. That's it. So if it creates two tool palette for you. You got them? Everybody got them? Double click on the file. Yeah. Do you see a blocks? Expand it to blocks. Right click on it and create a tool palette. What you guys did is you basically loaded all these pre-existing blocks into your CAD. You find them? Yeah. They use it like mine. It's not showing. Okay, so let's let's go where we put them in CAD in this stuff. No, it should show they're not in this stuff. Okay, they're not in this stuff. You want? Let's click on this folder, shift button, right click, copy it, and new folder, new folder, you'll name it later, but not if you can. Click there, and paste it. Take a few seconds to paste it. And I know what you call it here right away. Okay. Okay, so can you, okay, you good? Yeah.
But the block, yep, it should be.
It doesn't matter. That's where you load it from. It should show. Okay, well, you're good. You use symbols. It's all the symbols and here's the pen. Okay, John, Jay, John, why don't you now, just for John, the rest of you guys are done. Go back, John, and try to find that folder, please. Like, go to the insert and content and what did we call it again? The design center. And try to find a folder. Okay. Design center. And it should be under a folder somewhere here. Tony, did you see it? It was under your desktop. Yeah, that's what happened to me too. Look at how they do them. Oh man. Yeah, can you yeah, it's right there here. Can you John, can you go to your my computer? Go to my computer. Right underneath it, go all the way to users. Users. Then you should be able to see your username. Mine is Kircha. Do you see your username? Underneath it says desktop. Do you see where it says desktop? And you should see them, right? Click on the symbols. Double click on them. Do you see CAD files? Okay, then click on them, right click on them, and when you see them, right click or double click, and you should be able to see the blocks. Double click, you should be able to see the blocks. Right click on the blocks and create a tool palette. The last one. A tool palette. Do it for the other. It takes a second, then go back to the second one and create a tool palette for the second one, please. All right, gentlemen, the rest of you guys, when you're done, you should be able to see all the symbols here. Everybody can see that? Okay. Now, do me a favor. Close these tool palettes. Close it. Now, what we have done, guys, you have loaded all the symbols to your project. One more time. The way you load the symbols, you go to Insert and Design Center, and you can find these blocks and load them anytime. Close that box. And now, if you want to see where they are, right, you close them. Where are they? Where did they go? Go to View. And under View, do you guys see where it says Tool Palette? View, Palettes. You should see something like Palettes. Click on Tool Palette, and it should bring it back to you. Close them. Click here. Here's how we bring them. Can you guys see that? Does your 2014 does the same thing? Tool Palette. So here's your tool palette. If you lost it, Tony, what are you going to do? You're going to go View and just bring it back. Okay. So here's my tool. Here are my tool palettes. Here's all the symbols that we're going to be using. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We're good with these? Okay. That's the first thing you load. You load your symbols. Where would you get this file, guys? This file, your company will have this file, basically, with all the blocks in it. And you load it into your company. That's one way of doing it. You could also grab them and copy them, and Okay. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, that we got this? Now do me a favor to make sure that works. Go all the way. Let's go find a duplicate receptacle. Can you guys see where it says they're alphabetical? So receptacles. So we should be able to. Where are we here? Special receptacles, split receptacles, range receptacles, power receptacles. Can you guys see that? Let's go see duplex, which should be a D, right? Duplex. I wish this is not how we label them. Where are we? Okay, so 240. Where's my duplex? There you go. Did you guys find it?
Yeah.
The first than okay, here you go. Ceiling receptacle, A, B, C, D, down, down, Chad. Duplex. Here you go. Duplex. There's two of them at different scales. Drag the first one. Click on the first one. Hold and drag. You should be able to. Okay, education plot stamp will be okay. And now you should be able to drag it and drop the receptacle. Is it? Z enter, E enter. Can you guys see it's huge? Okay, were you able to drop the receptacle? Okay, now after you drop it, why don't you click on it and delete it, will you? So you don't have, don't cause a problem. Delete it. But that's how you drop your receptacles from the tool palette when you have the background. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? All your symbols are here. If your symbol is not here, then we have to create it and bring it up. All right, close the tool palette. Now we're done with the tool palette. That's the first thing you think do. You bring your blocks so you can use them. In Revit, Alex?
Yes.
Okay. In Revit, Alex, do you guys remember what this is equivalent to Revit? Yes, import families. That was equivalent to import families in Revit. Okay. All right, good. Okay, we got that one. Do me a favor. Okay. Okay, so we need to do, the other one is I would like you guys to do as plot style. Plot style. Can you type plot style at the bottom? And when you see plot style, click on plot style. Plot style are mapped to an object colored. Okay. Should be the plot style manager should be able to import this plot style manager. Let me see how we did that. Plotter manager maybe. Copy exists plotter. Okay, give me 1 second, yeah. What's the manager? Wait. Yeah, can you guys see a plotter manager right here? Click on that one, see what you get. All right, that's exactly what we want. One more time. Right underneath plotter manager, click enter. You get into this window. Cool? Okay. And what does that do for living? When you print, Brandon, you need to print black and white. So what we did for you guys, we created a whole plotter manager that's print black and white. And I would like you guys to install it there. So to install it, I would like you guys to do the following steps. Do you guys have this window open? Okay, so minimize this window, put it on the side here, and minimize your CAD file. Okay, so here's my window, right? Now can you guys go under the folder, right click on it. This is how you open another folder. One more time. Do you see that symbol for your folder? I'm going to close this so it's easier. Okay, you guys see that folder here? Right click under this folder and open. That will open 2 different folders for you. You guys know how to do that in CAD? That will give you 2 folders. All right, so now I would like you in the second folder that you open to go to your desktop and go to ECDM this on the network. And let's go, guys, to your team folder. Go to your team folder. All the way to your team folder under design drawing under XREF. And when you go there, do you see that plot style right here, guys? Everybody can see it? All right. So now you have 2 folders open. Do you guys see that? Do you know how to minimize, make two folders side by side? Or if you don't, just click on it and right click and copy. Oops, not click, right click and copy. And I'm going to go right in here, right click and paste it in the second folder. You can copy this plot style from where I gave it to you in your team folder into your default AutoCAD folder. This is Flutter default AutoCAD folder in your machine. Did you guys do that, Jay? Okay. Everybody else, you guys were able to drop it? Okay. Now, what does that do, Tony? That plot style 2014 ECDM will allow you to print when you pick it up, black and white. Do you need it to work on the computer? Really not. But it will allow you to pick it up when they say print black and white. You pick up that style, black and white. Done. Okay. Okay, if you guys copied it, do me a favor. Please go close it. Close that folder. Leave the other folder open, your team folder open, and go back to CAD. And I'm going to go back and print as you can design as many pages, sizes as you want. And that's how we design them. Okay, so so you guys all should have a model space, okay, and a 22 by 34 page. And when you go there, hit Z enter, E enter, should zoom out into it, okay? Cool? Okay, now we have model space, paper space. But before we go set up my paper, I would like you guys also to do home, go to home, layers, and layer property. Okay, can you guys home, layers, and layer properties? Okay, does it open a window like this? The ones who, one more time, close. I'm going to go home, click on layers, and one of these should say layer property. Everybody's good with that? Click on that. Now, what the heck is layers, huh? Anybody can tell me what layers are? When you, gentlemen, when you print in CAD, you can put things in layers. Layers meaning switches, basically. I want to put this in layer, in the green layer, so if I turn it off, nothing will show up. So this is how you can control what you print and what you don't print, what you see and what you don't see. Do you guys remember in Revit, what is this equivalent to Revit do? VV, or work sets. VV, guys, visual graphic. Remember when you put VV and John, you were clicking and unclicking things? That's exactly how you can control them. So, I would like you first to do the following though. So, exit out of this. Now, in your team folder, guys, minimize that file. Let's go to your team folder. Are you guys all in your team folder? Okay, go to the XREF, to this view in your team folder, right here in this view. Do you see the electrical layers here? Everybody can see that? When you're there, everybody can see that? Okay, so what we did and what we typically do is your company would have certain layers already set for you. Now you can create any layer that you want, but there will be certain layers set for you. It's the easiest way to bring you the company's layers that set for you into your file so you can work on them. The easiest way is to copy them and paste them into your folder. One more time. So these layers I'm looking at right here are already set for you. That's your company's. It's like the symbols that we just loaded, right? You load them. So I'm going to load these symbols into my file so I can work on that. And so do me a favor, double click on it, open this file. So you guys are all opening the electrical layer file. Double click on it. It should open another CAD file. Jay, the nice thing about working in a computer is you kind of have to multitask and open multiple things open. I know it drives you nuts, but you can get used to it. Believe me, it drives me nuts too. But when the guys who work at Mishad and everywhere else, it's not unheard of, guys, to have 5, 6, 7, 8 files open at the same time and jumping around with it. That's called multitasking. It drives some of us nuts, but you know. So now here's another file. Now you have 2 CAD files open. When you close, make sure you close the right one. I'll show you. Okay. Let me know when you guys see a bunch of text here with colors. Are you guys seeing it? Yes, sir. This is like an auction, man. You stand, you buy. Okay. Can you guys let me know when you have these layers? Now, what is these? They're nothing fancy other than, let me show you when it's load mine. Okay. I'm going to go directly and click. Guys, I'm going to click on the first one and home layers. It will tell you what can you, if you click on layer, it tells you guys what these layers is e-communication. We're going to be using this color for e-communication, okay? Under home layers. Okay, do me a favor, zoom out a little bit, enough to hold all of them, and then go highlight them all. One more time. Pick them all. Did you guys pick them all? Okay. Hover over them and right click, and do you see where it's a clipboard, copy? Everybody did that? So first pick them all up, copy them. I'm sorry if I'm saying things that you guys, you know how to copy and paste from any software. You know what I mean? When you copy, you highlight them first, hover over them, copy to a clipboard. Everybody copy? Jay, copy it. Minimize this folder. Now you copy them. Minimize right here. Can you see that bind? Minimize this. It should take you to the other folder. Does it say E1 at the top when you minimize the first one? Okay. Make sure you're in E1. Now I minimized the folder that has the layers. I went to the other file. Right click here, gentlemen, clipboard, and paste. And click anywhere. Now, and Z enter, E enter, Z enter, E enter. And I have just copied all these layers into my E1 folder or E1 file. Why am I doing this, John? By doing it this way, I basically imported all these layers that you're looking at into my E1 so I can use them. Okay, go to the multi-space, not a big deal. We'll delete them. Go to the multi-space. Yeah, click on the multi-space. I'm sorry, I should have said in the multi-space. And dump them in the multi-space. You should be... Okay, now do me a favor. I would like you guys to look at home and go under layers and right in here. Click on all the layers that you have and give me and tell me if you can see all the E's, E layers they call them. Do you see all the ones that start with E? Now you have just imported all these layers into this file. Oh, you get more. You know why you got more? Because that's from the background that we deleted. You'll see more, guys. The grade ones, the ones, can you guys see the stuff that on the bottom here? These came from the tile blocks that we imported. Did not? Okay. Let me see. We don't want him anymore. And hit Z enter, E enter, Z enter, E enter. Make sure they're there. If you click on them, they should be there. Right here. They should be there, but you don't want them. Okay. Now let's go play with the layers. Now we imported the layers that we want. I would like you guys to click on layers here. And do you see that little bind here says layer property? Everybody can see that? Click on it. Layer properties allow you to create, delete, edit existing layers. Everybody's there? Now, what is a layer, guys? The ones who were with me before, you can draw things with certain layers. Standing on and off. You're going to see, I know you guys, Tony and Jack and Jay, you missed on that one. But we will go over it. You'll see. You can put things on layer E1, for example, and layer, I don't know, say electrical wiring, and turn it off, and it would not print. So let me walk you guys, if you expand this, this box here a little bit from the bottom, let me walk you through here's all the layers that you have in your system right now. If you click on this one, you can expand it. Can you get see what the name is? And let me walk you through what you have. Okay. So let's go to E1. Click on E1, will you? E1. Can you just see E1? The first bulb here. Jay, can you see the bulb that you see? If you click on that bulb, it turns off, right? Never do that. Click on that bulb, it turns on and off. You can turn it on and off. Can you guys see that? If you turn this bulb off, anything drawn in this layer will be completely disappearing from the paper space and the model space. Can you have thumbs up, Jay? We understand that one? If you turn the bulb off, anything you put on this layer will completely disappear in the paper space and the model space. Am I making sense? Okay. Now let's go to the one right next to it. Can you guys see that freeze on and off? You click on it. Now, Jay, if you click on that little, is it like that little button? If you click on that one, you can turn things off in the paper space, but not on the model space. You can see the difference? The bulb, everything is off if you turn it off. That little deal here, that snow flag or whatever, if you do that, this will only turn it off in that paper that you're looking at. Because you can have multiple paper, and you want to make it, like for example, if you guys want to print the low voltage, you want to be able to see the low voltage and the power in the model space. But when you go to the paper space, you only want to see the low voltage. You want to turn the power off. So you go to the layers of the power and you unclick them like this. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, on that one? And you're gonna see later on. So make sure it's clicked though before you leave it. Can you guys see that little lock next to them? Click on it. If you click on that lock, it will lock this layer, meaning you can't change it. If you lock it, you can't turn it on and off. It's locked. Okay. So unclick it so you can change it. Right next to it, click on the color. Double click on the color. If you double click on the color, you can change the color of this layer. I already gave you certain colors, guys. Typically based on what we have done. You might have different colors for different layers. Not a big deal. This is just visual things. Okay. So if I go pick a yellow and click OK, this layer and everything that have been drawn by this layer will turn into, don't do that though, will be turned into yellow. Hit cancel, please. Okay. Right next to it, do you see it says line type? Right next to it, guys. Double click on it. Right now, anything that you draw on this layer will come as solid line. Now, what happens if you're outside and you want to draw a dotted line, which is like underground? You can click on it and pick any of these, or you can even load. If you hit load, I don't want you guys to do that, but you can pick, change it to this or that, and if you hit OK, it will change it into a hidden line. If you don't like what you have, click load, and guess what? You have all the ISO dash lines that God created coming in the software. Now, I don't want you to change this layer, a particular layer, guys. So hit cancel, will you? Click cancel and cancel again. All right? Everybody understand? And by the way, this applies to all the layers. I'm just walking you through one. Line width. If you click on the line width, double click on the line width right here. Here's your default. Then how thick the line you want the line to be. So you can go from 0.0 millimeter all the way to, that knows how far you can go. 2.11. The default is 2.11 millimeter. John, my friend, can I count on you to understand this is the thickness of the line, how thick you want the line to print. Okay, cool. Everybody understand that one? All right, don't change anything. Just look at it. If you want to change it to this, you click on it first, right? And you hit what? Okay, please don't do that. And you hit OK. Cancel it. All right, that's how you change the thickness. What's the other one here? I use transparency. Double click on that one. Transparency value. If you wanted to, this is how transparent you want it to go. So like mirror. I did not use that much, but transparency value. I don't know. How would you explain that? You can see through. Yes, that's what I'm trying to. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. How much you want to see through that line? I typically don't use it a lot. I don't know if you guys use it. I don't use it. And then right underneath it is default line. What's that line with transparency? Plot. This is very important. Plot color. We got that one. Do you see that plotter right here? The plotter. Okay. This is, if you click on it, and it will put this X on it, this circle. J, click on it and see. This means every single thing on this layer will be seen everywhere in the file, but will not be printed, Gary. Can you guys see that? It will not be printed. Am I making sense? Just by clicking on it. So please unclick it, because otherwise if you click it, it will show. See, Chad, I can see it, but it's not printing. Well, guess what? You just, that particular layer is clicked to non-print. Don't want it to print. And okay, so that's basically what the one that I do. I use this one. This is a new viewport, or a new viewport freeze. This is, you can freeze in new port. I'll show you guys when we get into new ports. Any comments, guys, about how the layers are set? Okay. From the get-go then, let's go create two layers. Let's go create two layers. One is, so can you guys see at the top here, where it says new layer? Everyone can see that? Okay, let's go click a new layer. Now, do you guys see it gets you layer 1, type E in front of it, capital E, dash. We're going to call this is viewport. Viewport. I want the layer for viewport, E viewport. So when I have a viewport, I want to put it in this layer. Okay? Everybody got that one? Yeah, you guys got it? Click on the color. Let's make color this color for it. I'm just picking this color. That color here. All right. I change the color. Leave everything as default except right where it says a printer. Click on the printer. What I'm creating is, I'm creating a layer that I'm going to put my viewport on it. I'll show you what the viewport is. And I want when I send it to the plotter, I want the plotter not to print the viewport because it looks like crap. Looks like another box. One more time. What I'm controlling here, I created a layer. I named it I named the viewport, and I give it a color, and I said I set it on non-print, meaning don't print it. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We understand that? Okay. All right, so that's good. That's the first layer. Let's go create another layer. Any layer that you create, Tony, always put E in front of it. Why E? E electrical, because your layers there, guys, come mechanical, and so you want your layers to be identified by E. So these are the layers that we use. Okay. Are you guys good, John? And okay. Let's go click on one more layer, new. It gives you layer 1, right? Call it E dash. I'm gonna background. I need to make one background layer. E background. Okay. Go click on the color. And for the color, I'm going to use, for the background, I'm going to use type color 9. 9, guys, is always 8 and 9 are always gray. So what you're telling the software is when I bring the background, the architectural background, and I put it on layer 9, turn it into gray. so I can see the doors and the windows and the ceiling, but it doesn't interfere with my own electrical stuff. It's background, it's faded, you know what I mean? Because the last thing you want to do, a very bright window, you don't care about the window, you want to see the window. You want to have a very bright light, so the electrical contractor focus on it, not on the window. We're not installing windows. So that's how you can control the background to be faded. Can you see the background faded and the electrical stuff stand out? Okay, color 8 or 9. Let's actually put it in color 8. Type 8. 8 and 9 are typically color 8 and AutoCAD. So this will be in color 8. Okay. Can you guys see it? It defaulted to what? Non-print. Unclick the non-print. I want to print it, but I just want to print it faded color 8. Okay. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Everybody understand what we did? We created 2 layers. One of them we're going to put the viewports on them, and the other one we're going to put the background on them.
We don't lock the background?
Huh?
We lock the background?
We will. Let's just bring it first, and we'll start locking him and unlocking him, guys. We'll start doing that as we bring things. Okay. Can you guys give me a thumbs up? We know how to print 2 layers at least. Create 2 layers. Give him a now you could change the lines, you could change everything else. That's a minimum that I would like you guys to do. Okay, so that's we created this layer. Okay, when you're done with these, when you're done, go all the way back down here. I do have also another viewport here that's sitting, but we created our own viewport. Can you guys see also, there's some layers that come with the system non-print. Can you guys see that? And there's a title, dimension, title. There's a lot of layers that comes with the software. The only thing I would like you guys to focus on are the ones that start with E. The rest of them are architectural and other disciplines. The E ones are the one that we're going to be focused on. That's why we start everything. When you're done, do me a favor. See the X here? Close it. Okay, cool. Now let's go set up the page. Now we do have our blocks, guys, to drop. We do have our layers to play with, turn them on and off. And we do have we have the blocks and we have the layers, the blocks, and yeah, the layers type and the blocks. The next thing that you do before you even start, guys, is go set. Can you guys see? Click on the paper space. Do you see the paper space? All right. Now we're gonna go manage. We call this manage the paper or set up your viewports and what's not. If you right click on it, right click, make sure you're on the page, right? Make sure you're on page. Right click on it, and where it says where are we here? Activate. See, it says we're page setup manager. Gentlemen, I can print from here 11 by 17, 17 by 22, or 22 by 34. You have to decide that. So you can decide what the software doesn't know what you want. You have to set up your page. I would like you guys to do, and you do this once. When you copy the file, it picks it up. So I would like you guys to go to Page Manager, click on Page Manager. Okay. When click on 22 by 34, then right click. Make sure you click on 22 by 34. You're in the paper space. Yeah. Everybody's 22. So my friend working. Okay. Cool. All right. Page Setup Manager. Click on Page Setup Manager. When do you guys see any Page Setup Manager? Do you see the 22 by 34 that's already there? Okay. Since you already have one, I would like you guys to hit Modify. Modify. Okay. Okay. What the stuff that you do, and it gets you to this page. Now you are modifying the 22 by 34 page, right? The first, you guys have this window. Okay. Now the first thing I would like you to do is go to plotter name and please default yourself to this one, HP 800 red 10-1 right here. This is that big plotter behind you, the black one, the plotter. Everybody can see that, the plotter? Now we're default, you guys should see that, right? If you don't, then you have not loaded your plotters and printers. Remember we did load plotters and printers? If you can't see it here, then you have to go load the plotters and printers. We go through that one. But you all should see it, right? Now you could default, now later on guys, remember you loaded also and OSE, where is the OSE? You loaded this one. I don't want you to default to it. I want to default everything to this one. But if you can't print here, then you can change it to OSE and send it to OSE. But default is where? To that plotter. Okay? All right, so let's go so this is what you're going to pick, right? HP 800. That's the one that we're going to default to. The OCJ is going to be your second option. Okay? Yeah, click the 800, please. All right. That's the first thing you need to do. The second thing, guys, make sure you default to ANSI. These are all the pages that you can pick. Can you guys see that? Right now, you're defaulted to ANSI-D. ANSI-D, gentlemen, this is not one. This is ANSI-C. This one is ANSI-C on the walls. I would like you guys to default to NCD. NCD 22 by 34, typical. Now, could I default to NCB or NCA? I believe NCA is 11 by 17. No, NCA is 8.5 by 11. NCB is 11 by 17. C is 22 by 34. And D is 22 by 34. Okay, so typically you design to NCC. Here's NCD. NCC is that right here, exactly. NCC landscape is what you're looking at. Here's also all the other papers. So everybody understand the A, B, C, and D ANSIs. A is letter, 8.5 by 11. B as for the, I think B is 11 by 17. C is 17 by 22 inches. D is, the default is always D. D is the 22 by 34. We're going to always design to D. Now, can you use the OSE here? Yeah, you can use, but typically we use ANSI. Can you use oversized? The architects use a lot of oversized C. Look at the oversized ANSI D, guys, and all the stuff. They stretch the drawing inside the ANSI. So typically, so if your architects, if your firm is using oversized, go to the oversized. Typically, we go to NCD. So everybody defaulted to NCD, right? It says NCD here. Okay. All right. So the other thing I like to do, guys, is what to plot by layout. Click by layout. You can display, extend window by layout, whatever the layout can get you. Scale is 1:1, leave it as 1:1. And then click on the plotter style right here. Do you guys see the plotter style? Where's the ECDM? Oops. Does yours see ECDM? Oh, oh. I thought that's why we dropped it there. Oh, man. Plot style. Shoot. Okay, hold on a second. Why don't you hit OK now? Hit OK. Leave it as is, none. Hit OK. When you come over here, this is what we did, and close it. And this is the page that you do. I think if we hit save, I don't think it should show up, the layer. Plot manager. Should be here. I see. Ouch. Can you guys do me a favor? Oh, man. Do me a favor. Go back to here and plot manager. Everybody get that? Type plot. Go all the way to plot manager. Cool. Click on it. You see that window? Jay, do you see the file that we copied here? Okay. Now do me a favor. I'm going to drag it and put it. Can you look at what I'm doing? I'm dragging it and putting it in the plot style. That's why it didn't show up. Can you guys see that? Everybody can see that? One more time. Yeah, just drag it, hold the left button and drag. Everybody can see that? And just dump it in the plot style. When you're done, make sure you go to the plot style, make sure it shows there. That's why we didn't see it. Can I have thumbs up, guys, when you're done with that step?
Where'd you get that one?
Oh, it was in there? Okay, you need to go to the instructor folder under XREF and copy it from there. So it should be, if you go to the XREF, not instruct, even your folder, XREF, you should be able to see it there. I'm going to plot. This is what we did, plot manager, Brandon. And go plot manager, you remember that plot style that we dumped here? Drag it and put it in plot style manager folder. Can you see that? Just dump it into, make sure it's in the plot style manager folder. Got it? Okay. That one, make sure you put it in the plot style manager folder. When you're done, let's go back into right click on this folder and make sure you're in the page. Right click, page setup. Same thing. I'm going to modify it. It takes you to Jay, do you see that everything that you have laid out is still there? Okay, go to cancel. Click on the 22 by 34. Right click on it. Do you see page setup manager? Right? Right click, page setup manager, and hit modify. By the way, you can hit new and create new one. Hit modify. Takes a second. Now mine is having its nab. Come on, buddy. If you guys are there, we're going to use a plot style. Go to the plot style, make sure you find the ECDM, pick it up. There you go. When you go here, see that plot style table? Do you guys see that one that we picked? Pick it up. Now, when you pick it up, let me go edit it and show you what's inside it, guys. Click on it right here. Say edit. Look what happened. If you put color 1, which is supposed to be red, what is it going to print? Black. How about, no, the way it's set up right now, yeah, if you put anything on red, it's going to print what? Black. How about all these? The only thing, how about color 9 and 8? These are, so look at this. Color 8 is faded 75%. Color 9 is faded 100%. So if you put it in color 8, it will be screening or fading 75%. If you put it in this color, it will nothing fading, no screening. So that's what basically this is telling you. Now, could I change any one of these? Yes. What this tells you guys, two things. Any color you pick here is default as black. And if you pick color 8, is defaulted also as black, except it's going to fade it up to 75%, meaning it's going to be shaded. Great. Later on, we might go there, guys, and dim it a little bit more to make sure. If you see some of them are dimmer than others, that's where they went there and they make it 50%. Then you barely can see the background. That's how you control what you see in the background. Okay, so everybody can see that. Cancel. We're not going to do anything here. So, and leave it at the default. Hit OK. And close. Now, this is how your page is going to look like. That's how your page is going to look like. Everybody's there? Okay. At any time, Jay, if you want to change the size of the paper, the type of the paper, the type of the printer, it's as easy as right-click on here. If you want to plot, right-click. Do you see where it says plot here? Click on plot, guys. Go right-click and click on plot. Do you guys see it defaults to this? Click on that little button at the bottom. Can you see that little button here? It will expand it. If you see that half of it, you want to expand it. It's the same window. It sends you back to the default of the paper that you decided to print on. Now, what happened if that plotter was jammed or whatever? No problem. You can go right here, change to any plotter that you want, and shoot it. Okay? Can you do me a favor? Hit preview right here at the bottom. It shows you how it's going to print. When you print it, when you hit preview, it shows you how, if you were to send it, please don't. If you were to send it, this is how you're going to print, how it's going to look. Oops, I just said, please don't, and I did it. Okay. Oh, man. Right click again, plot. When you go preview, it will get you into how it's going to show when you print it. If you hit this button here, or if you right click and say print, it will send it to the plotter. If you don't, right click and hit what? Exit. So exit will take you back into the setup. Okay, cancel. Any comments, any questions, gentlemen? So we have our layers, we have our blocks, we have our paper set up. Let me just go through the exercise of, well, now I'm going to go back again, right click, page setup manager. Now say, Jay, you decided for one client to have a different style of page. Can you guys hit new, please? Hit new here, hit new. It will tell you, hey, what type of paper you want to do. Let's just make it 11 by 17, shall we? 11 by 17. I need to make a paper 11 by 17. Okay? Everybody typed 11 by 17. Hit OK. It will take you to the same format. They say, hey, here's 11 by 17. Here's the default for 11 by 17. NCD, are you kidding me? NCD is not the default. So go change this one into NCC. Can you guys see that? Or NC. Typically landscape. I think it's no NCB. I'm sorry, NCB. Go to NCB. Can you guys see 11 by 17? It shows 11 by 17 NCB right here. And leave everything as is. You don't have 11 NCB? Anybody else does not have it?
Still says 22 by 34.
Right here under NC, guys, all the way, tabloid landscape, NCB. Okay, now, that's weird. There you go, you were in the default right next to it. Okay, so now, gentlemen, if I go to print, if I print this page, it will set up the page at 11 by 17. So let's hit OK. Now, here's the key. Now you have two setups. You have 22 and 11 by 17. But I want to bring to your attention, this one is the most important one right here, between these stars. Now, when you click on it, it will tell you guys, do you want to set this particular page that you want to print? Right here, that one. Do you want to make it 11 by 17 or 22 by 34? Okay. I'm going to do it once. Hit set current, set current. Look what happened. It changes the page behind it into 11 by 17. I don't want you to do that, guys. Do it, and we'll undo it. Just no problem. Just do it. Now, that's not what I want you to do, though. Go back to 22 by 34 and set current. Do you guys see the difference? Now, the same layout, Tony, I can print it as 11 by 17 or 22 by 34. So before we leave this, can you make sure, guys, that 22 by 34, 22 by 34, that's the layout that I want? And hit close. Gentlemen, this page that you're looking at will be able to print 22 by 34. Why it's so important, guys, to pick up, now by looking at it, by the way, if you're looking at it like this, it's really hard to tell. By looking at it, you can't tell what's what. The only way you can tell what the page is, if you open a page from any CAD, you can't tell what's set up for. The only way you can set up, guys, is by right-clicking on it, Page Manager. Okay, now it looks like it says 22 by 34, but that's just a name. So I go 22 by 34, click here, and I'm going to go Modify, OK it, And now 22 by 34. Why did I 22 by 34 modify it? Wow. Printer, it wasn't set here.
You gotta redo that thing.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna pick this one here. I'm gonna pick ANSI design. Did I no 52? I'm gonna pick yeah, we have to redo it. Ouch. So ANSI design D, and make sure exactly what we just did a second ago, guys. And by layout. So change them, okay it, yes, and sit as current and close. Make sure you do that, shall you? Well, let's do it one more time because I change it. Right click on it, plot, page setup, go to a 22 by 34, modify, make sure it says go pick up the printer. I should have screwed you guys up with that. I see. Pick up the printer, pick up that one here. Doesn't want to draw. Pick up the ANSI, pick up the layout, and pick up the plug style. Can you guys do that? And hit OK. Did you pick?
The layout was after that.
Yep. You pick that one, the printer, the plotter, ANSI design D. Yep. By layout. Yep. And then plot style. Yep.
Do we need to redo the left 17?
No, we don't want to do that 17. Hit OK. Yes. And you pick on it, set as current. When you click on that one, guys, set as current and close, and you're sitting at 22 by 34. Okay, now that's basically it. Before we start working on this sheet, please make sure it is 22 by 34. And the only way you can verify it, like I said, is if you right click on it, right click, page setup, okay, then modify, and here's your page setup. Yep, it's exactly what I wanted to do, right? Okay it, and close. Okay, do you guys see that line here? That line here? Okay, everybody can see that line? This is called viewport. Go ahead and double click on it. If you double click on it, J, it turns into dark, right? And right in here, I want you guys right in here, when you double click on it, right at the bottom here, it says model. Very important. You can be in the paper space, right? But at the same time in the model space. By double clicking here in the viewport, it actually takes you from here directly into the model space without moving there. How do you know? How do you know if you're in the paper space or model space? Do me a favor, go click outside the box. Can you guys see this is paper space right here at the bottom? Does yours say paper space? Right at the bottom? Go double click inside the viewport. Did it change into the model space? That's how you can get into the model space while being in the paper space, if that makes sense. You don't have a viewport? We'll get you a viewport. You don't have any viewport. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Did you double click inside? Got it? Double click outside to get out of it. Double click outside. One more time, guys. Can I get you guys a few things? I want to zoom into this corner. Can you guys see this corner? Do you see the dotted lines here? So Patrick, the dotted lines are the borders of the printer. So Jay, if your drawing is above the dotted lines, it's cut off. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We know what the dotted lines are. Okay. Now let's go to what are these lines underneath them. The lines underneath them, click on it. These are viewport. What is the viewport? When you guys put a building into the paper space, you need to scale it. Viewports are like views in Revit. You need to scale it. So do me a favor, will ya? Go click on the, you have at least one viewport. Click on the viewport, click on that line. When you go at the bottom, click on the line. Do you guys see the scale? One more time. So do me a favor, go to the scale 1/8. That's our default. Okay? You have just changed this viewport to 1/8. Yes, sir. Oh, you don't have viewport. Good point. And when you're done, hit scale. Now, if you don't have a viewport, now this viewport, guys, can be adjustable. Can you see? I'm going to move it. You can adjust it. Okay, now, here's what you do. If you don't have a viewport, you're going to say, I believe, views, view, where is it? View, where did it go now? Yeah, or type viewport, view, view, okay, port. Did I? Okay, do you see any viewports, views? Viewport, view, P, viewports, here you go. Type viewports, will ya? If you don't have one, type viewports. When you click on the viewports, it opens it. It says, do you want single, vertical, horizontal? Do you guys see how you can click? Look how many viewports you can get and different combination. Can you guys see that? Typically go single. Single means give me one single one, I'll take care of it. Okay, grab a single, okay it, and click here and box in. Can you guys see that? Drag and box in. Gentlemen, you got yourself a second viewport in the same sheet. How many viewports can I put on the same sheet? Unlimited. Viewports like in Revit views. When we go to Revit on Tuesday, I'm going to do the same thing, guys. I will drop a view in the paper and say, Chad, can I drop another view in the same paper? Yeah, you can drop as many views as with different scales. Yes. This is just a views. You can have 100 views in the same page. Okay. If you get, for the rest of you guys, if you have 2 views, delete one for them, please. Get rid of one. And you can adjust. Look at that. You can move your view. If you drag your view, guys, like this and hold the shift button, you can drag it, move it around. You can drag it, like I said, to go extend it. And when you click on it, make sure it still says viewport 11 by 17. And hit skip. This is my viewport. Everybody's okay with that? Now, the first thing I would like you to do, guys, click on the viewport and go to home, the layer. Can you guys see it says it's set right now at viewport layer? Click on it. Do you remember that we created an E viewport? Oops. Click on it. We created an E viewport. Go all the way up to the E's and grab the E viewport. Can you guys see it? Everybody can see E viewport. Out of home layers. Everybody can see it? Click on it. Now, if it changes colors, this means you did it right. So if you click on it right now, guys, and you click on layer, layers, it should say E viewport. Now, why it's so important, Gary? Because when you print it, do you guys remember what we did for E viewport? It's not going to print. We don't want it to print. We don't want the viewport to print. We just want it there for us. It will start making a lot of sense when we bring background, guys, and put it in it. Okay, so this is sheet, what sheet is this? This is E1. Oh, you have to click on it, yeah. In order to change it, you have to click on it first and then change it. So pick it up and go to the layer and go find the layer that you want to go to and just click on that layer. That will change you into that layer. When you're done, hit escape. The last thing I want to do, guys, with you is we're going to XREF the tile block. Do you guys remember what we did in Revit? We brought a tile block in Revit and we edited the tile block. We're going to do the same thing in CAD. Okay, are you guys ready to XREF the tile block? Let's go XREF the tile block. Ready, gentlemen? We're going to go XREF the tile block. There are two types of XREFs. Everybody knows what an XREF is. An XREF is a window. For example, you take the architectural background, guys. The architects are working on their background, and you take a picture of it and you work on it. The reason why we do this, Gary, because when the architects change the door, and when I open my drawing, it shows that the door has been changed. It will say the XREF has been changed. Would you like to update the newest architectural XREF? And you say yes. Oops, it shows the window has been changed. Very important. When you work with CAD, you have to work with XREF. When you work with Revit, you have to work with links. They call them links. Exactly the same thing, guys. It allows the architects to modify their file, and at the same time, every time you work on your own file, you can see what they're doing. You can load what they're doing, and you see it. That's very important. You can't. What you can't do is you and the architects work in the same file. They don't want you to work in their file. But at the same time, you need to know what they're doing. The only way you can know what they're doing is by either XREFing in CAD or linking in Revit. Okay, you're going to XREF two things. The title block always goes in the paper space. That's title block. That's what you print. That's the frame. And the background always goes where? In the model space. So one more time, if you go to the model space, we're going to XREF the background. If you go to the paper space, we're going to XREF what? Tab block. Thank you. Okay, so go to the paper space so we can XREF the tab block. Now do me a favor. Insert, exactly like we did in Revit, guys. Reference, X reference. Can you guys see that? And insert, reference, and do you see where it says adjust, blah, blah. You see where it's attach? Attach. Right underneath this is insert and X reference and image and DWG. All these files, it's called attach. One more time. Insert, reference, attach. Do you guys remember the links that we did in Revit? That's exactly how you do it, like linking in Revit. Everybody can see that? All right, so click yes on that button. It will take you to a window. The window that it takes you to, guys, is on your desktop. So go to my desktop and click. Can you guys see where is it? Go to your home, the shortcut to your team folder. So you should be able to go to your team folder, right? Go to the shortcut. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my team folder, residential, design drawing, and now remember, I'm XREFing. So where do you XREF? From the folder that says XREF, right? So click on the XREF. All right. It shows, oh, I'm under image here. Do you see, you don't see anything. I'm under image. I don't know about you guys. Say all files. Click on all files. You see all the files. Can you guys see that? Change it to all files right here. So here's all the files that I can XREF. The bottom. Under file type. Okay, let's cancel that one. Let's go XREF.
to,
File,
not
there's,
use 11, but.
I don't know why it's happening. So they
Yeah,
go
we just
all
wrote
file,
that
all
one.
file. Doesn't matter. Okay, if you go, if you change it right now, here's all files, and let's go to my desktop. Where's my desktop? Is it desktop and shortcut? Where's my shortcut? There you go. Into folder, into residential, not commercial yet. Residential. Into design. See, I don't know why they short. Maybe you want a little function. Okay.
We don't have the side, we have a title block, right?
You don't have any tab block? Oosht. We don't have an. How did I miss that? Okay, do me a favor. I screwed up, guys. So you don't have a tab block here. So do me a favor. I apologize for that. That's my fault. So let's yeah, go to the instructor folder, copy it, right click on it, copy it, and dump it here first. Okay, so let's go to the instructor folder, back a couple of, here's how you go, this is how you go up a couple of levels. Can you guys see that? Up a couple of levels until you reach the instructor folder. Everybody's there? Okay, when you go there, you're going to go to the residential, the project, and you're going to go to CAD, and you here's a tab block. Can you guys see that? Right click on it, copy it. Everybody can do that? Everybody got it? Copy. Here's your path to go to there. Go back to, if you're ahead, go back to your team folder under XREF and paste it. And do me a favor, rename it at the end with your initials. But right at the end, put your initials at the end of the name of that folder so you know it's yours. Okay? Were you guys able to copy it? Okay? Getting there? Okay. So I'm going to go back one level. Back one level. That's how you can get out where you are, guys. I'm going to go to my team folder, residential, design drawing, XREF, and right click here, right click and paste it. If you guys are done, do me very please a favor, click on it, rename it, and type your initials, your own initials. Type your initials next to it. Okay? Rename it. You guys know how to rename a file. Type your initials next to it. I'll come, Jay, I'll come and check with you. Okay, I'll come and check with you. Everybody else has guys got that one renamed it? Yes, yes. So you're so quiet, you scare me sometimes. So. You good? You good? Okay. So now when you name it, click somewhere else to get out of the naming business. Okay. Jay, I'll walk you through this one individually. John, are you with us? Okay. All right. So now click on the one after you, please right click and rename it. Put your initials at the end so you know this is your own tab block. Cool. Then click on it and hit open. When you hit open, guys, so this is how we're going to XREF it. Unclick the specify on the screen and leave it at 000. Unclick specify, that will get it into 000. Sometimes I like to use relative path. Full path is what happened. Full path, when you guys go home, when you open it, it would not open. It wouldn't sit here. So let's say a relative path for the time being. It doesn't allow you to do a relative path. You have to, relative path cannot be assigned. Okay, I think you have to copy the folder first before you do a relative path. All right, leave it at full path, guys. At one time, we'll cover the path. We can change it at any time. Okay, full path, 0, everybody's good? All right, and then hit OK. And gentlemen, do you guys see where your tab block is sitting right now up in the air? Now do me a favor, click on it and drag it, and make sure your tab block, one more time, when you drop it, make sure your tab, I typically drag, click on it and drag it and make sure it fits within the printing frame. Does it fit within my printing frame? Can you guys see that? Okay. There you go, drag it, and maybe something like this. There you go. There you go. Okay. So if you drag it, guys, and make sure it fits within the printing parameter, can you guys see that? Here's my tab block.
How do you switch it to, actually you just did a little hand thing and move the screen?
Click with the button and hold. Your wheel is, this is how you move the wheel.
I knew there was a function, I just couldn't get it to.
Yeah. Okay.
Viewport would shrink that.
Now the viewport, click on your viewport, guys, and make sure your viewport fits within the printing parameter. So I typically, within your printing parameter of your page. I don't like, personally guys, I don't like to attach it to the skip. You don't want to attach it to the viewport, to the print, because then you can't pick it up sometimes. So just slightly underneath it. You guys see what I'm doing? You don't want to attach it to the tab block. So gentlemen, Jay, I'm with you in a second here. I'm almost done with mine. Any comments, guys, about bringing your viewport? Any comments? Any questions? I want to see which layer it comes on, guys. View. It comes on which layer? It comes on layer 0, which is fine. Came on layer 0. That's fine. Okay, now we're gonna do that. Okay. So when you're done with this, do me a favor. You see where it says unreconciled layers? Not recognize them. Click on them. Did you guys click on that? Right click on this and says where somewhere it says reconcile layers. Where is it? Reconcile layers, and we're good to go. Here's all the layers that came. Make sure you click before you leave this, guys. Make sure you click way at the top A. So if you click on the layers, it will see all the layers that you did and exit out of it. Do you see where it says? Okay, go to your layers, layer manager. If you click on layer manager, guys, if you see anything that says unreconciled, right click on it and reconcile it. Okay? Can I get you guys to understand, when you leave the layer window, make sure don't click here. If you click here, the only thing that you will see is these layers. Or here, it will limit the amount of layers that you can see. Always click on the top. That will give you all the layers to play with as you leave. Gentlemen, you have just inserted your tab block. So tomorrow, or if you have time today, guys, we're going to edit the tab block in a different format, add your pictures to it, did exactly what we did in the Revit. Okay? And then tomorrow, what I'm going to do with you guys, we will XREF, we'll copy. Now this, remember, this is E1. E1 does not have a whole lot into it. We're going to go to E2, 3, 4, and 5 and start XREFing the background. Any question about what we did so far, guys? That's all I'm going to walk through today. Cool. So tomorrow, I hope we two things, guys. We edit that block, and we extract all the other things, and we're done. We'll be done with it. Okay, thanks. Yes, sir. You have to show me that. Yeah. You show me that. I typically put them in multiple folders, but if there's something better, I'm willing to do.